Thomas Rigby, both advancing through to round 4. And coming up now in heat number 5, Pierre-Louis Costes, our current world champ, alongside Michael Novi and our 10 times world champ, Mike Stewart. So heat number 5, Pierre-Louis Costes, Michael Novi, Mike Stewart. Pierre's in the red rashi, Michael Novi's in the green, and Mike Stewart's in the black. So keep sending all your questions through to the IBA Facebook site. And another shout out to the sponsors, YouTube, our media partners, YouTube, IINet, and Like Bodyboarding in Brazil, our media partners down there in Brazil. And there we see Winchester and Riggers, 2 Aussies getting through there, advancing through. And yeah, we'll hopefully get we'll get an interview there. We see PLC scooping into this nice right-hand barrel. Oh, locking legs in there. Look at nice tube for Pierre. Geez, that's one of the better barrels we've seen today. And what's he going to do out of this? Looking for a nice little flop roll there for PLC. Wow, and then we see in the green, Michael Novi tucking in. Wow, he's deep here. I don't know if he's going to come out of this thing. Super deep there. Just running across the bank. PLC, wow, what an incredible barrel to start his campaign. We're just fixing up the headsets. We'll be back with you in about 30 seconds, people. Beautiful barrel there for PLC. Very nice. Pretty long one too there. So PLC's going to be pretty happy with this barrel.
Alrighty, well, welcome back, folks. Myself, Terry McKenna, just slipping into the booth with the whiz kid from Kauai, Tanner McDaniel, and this is going to be a very exciting heat. G'day, Tanner. How are you, mate?
I'm good.
That's the way, buddy. What are your thoughts on Mexico? This is your first trip down to this part of the world.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
It's really neat place. It's really beautiful. Definitely different from home on Kauai. Waves are amazing for sure. This wave is similar to one of the waves that are back on Kauai. I can't say where though.
Yeah, no, you don't want to talk about that stuff, mate. We don't want to give away all the secrets.
For sure.
But, well, out in the water at the moment is a really tough heat. This one is always going to be a really good heat to watch. Pierre-Louis Costes, current world champion, taking on Michael Novi from Australia. Michael was ripping the other day.
Yeah.
And, of course, Mike Stewart, who's played a pretty big part in your life, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been just helping me with my career path, giving me advice on what events to go to, and just helping me so much. He's my sponsor, of course, so just...
Yep. Well, have a look at those waves there, folks. We are into it, and some really cool conditions coming through at the moment. It's round number 3, heat 17 on the program at the moment. Pierre-Louis Costes is holding on to a 7.45, so Pierre's got off to a great start. Novi clocked up a 1.63, and Mike Stewart, holding first priority, is yet to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So I hope you're enjoying the action, folks. We are coming to you live from Zicatela, Porto Escondido. Have a look at it. See that little motel in the background there, that big one there? I went to dinner there the other night.
Oh, how was it?
It's amazing. It was
Really?
like, that place is like about, about $6,000 a week to stay there. So, yeah,
Wow.
it was pretty cool.
Pretty
Alberto Colucci was hanging out there, but
sick. Getting some good feeds.
Okay, so so there we go, folks. It's that's a nice little overview shot from the webcast team, and as I said, welcome along, and it's an incredible day here at the Turbo Zicatela Pro, and with Tanner McDaniel, the little, as I said, boy wonder, the 13-year-old from Kauai in Hawaii, and Tanner's been one of the youngest guys following around on the tour. Tanner, what about some of the other kids that that you look up to, some of the other red-hot grommets around the world?
Well, there's Davis Blackwell in Australia. He's ripping.
Yep.
Miguel Ado from Portugal.
Yep.
Maxime Castrillo from France. And then Mateus Bastos from Brazil.
Yeah.
They're all really making me push myself whenever I see stuff about them on the internet. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys are representing a whole new wave of next generation bodyboarders coming through and pushing the envelope as far as performance level goes. And,
yeah.
you know, I was saying to someone the other day, you know what would make a really cool article in a bodyboard magazine is to put all you guys, you know, get Davis and Miguel and Maxime and Mateus and yourself, chuck you all on a boat and take you to the Manto Hours. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I've seen so many, just shots and everything about those waves, and they just seem amazing.
Yeah. Let's hope that one of the magazines are watching. And look, while there's a break in the action, we're going to throw down for an interview with Dave Winchester with Dan Zimbras down on the main stage. Take it away, Dan.
Go, Dan.
Right on. Thanks a lot, Alex. I'm here with the winner of the last heat, Dave Winchester from Australia. Dave, how does it feel to make it through round 3 and into round 4?
I was pretty stoked. It was a pretty slow heat, and yeah, I just had to try and get busy. My last heat in Portugal, I didn't really get that busy, so it's what I wanted to do, and I did it. Stoked.
Right on. Can you take us through that right roll and that amazing barrel you got at the end of the heat there?
Yeah, I saw Moz on a good left in his last heat and get a good score for a big roll, so I didn't have priority. I thought I got nothing to lose, so I got that right off Roberto, and yeah, just got a clean roll, and then yeah, just was waiting for a good barrel, and luckily I made that one.
Nice. So do you want to make any shout-outs before we take it back to Alex in the booth?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my wife back in France. I love you, my friends and family watching, and my 2 little girls, Coco and Autumn. You.
Right on. Well, back to you guys in the booth, boys.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel Zimbra, doing a fantastic job. The Hawaiian there, just holding it down in the you know, in that interview area, and we just saw during the break there a bit of a wave from Michael Noby, who looked like he's clocked up his 2nd score. So
Waiting for that to come through.
Yeah, we are just waiting for that one to come through. And as we said here with 13-year-old Kauai local Tanner McDaniel, here's the replay. Thanks to the guys at sportingbet.com.au. And you can see Novi there just driving it through a very soupy one. That's the what I like to call the cappuccino zone.
Yeah.
Bit frothy. You always find it a bit tougher to surf waves that have got suds on them like that, Tanner. It's a bit harder to hold your railing, you reckon?
Yeah, you're just bouncing up and down the face, and just hard to keep your line and do a smooth bottom turn. And here's Michael Novi's profile on the screen right now.
Yeah, well, Novi, of course, has been one of the standouts. Speaking of standouts, have a look at that thing. Oh my goodness.
Just making it out of that little barrel before it closed out. That was a probably improve on his score of a 0.75.
I'm not a professional judge, Tanner, but I'm pretty sure he's done that, mate.
For sure.
No one rides a barrel like Mike Stewart. This guy spent more time in the green room than anyone. Take us through it, Tanner.
He's dropping down right now. He's pulling into the barrel. He's perfectly in. Can't even see him. Coming out of the doggy door, doing a little look at the beach claim. Just perfect textbook Mike Stewart.
I love that little attitude. Have a look at the profile of this guy, folks. 49 years of age from Hawaii, 79 kilos. He is ripped at the moment. He's looking as fit as ever and currently ranked 8th in the world and one of the icons of bodyboarding for decades now. Such a legend, isn't he?
Yeah,
Have you been surfing with, I know Mike's had a big influence on your career, but have you been surfing down here in Zicatela with him too much?
Yeah, we've had a couple sessions together. Not a lot, but 3 or 4 maybe. I've mostly only been out there with him on the bigger days when I've kind of needed more help, which has been good because we didn't really time it that way. So he's been really helpful here.
Yeah, that's
everything.
Cool. Hey, have a look at that, 6.7 for Mike Stewart. Here's the replay, the response rather from Novi. Oh, he gets blown out, and he also just uses that doggy door to just sneak through. So it's just turning into a tube clinic out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's Zicatela. It's the Mexican pipe. So that'll make it a barrel riding contest.
Well, what did Michael Novi only needed? A pretty small score. Here's the replay. You can see Novi driving off the bottom. He just pulled up underneath that. And judges also just checking that replay. They'll directly compare that to the one for Mike Stewart. And we'll have a little look at,
Well, Michael Novi only needed a... Oh, the score came in. He got a 6.5 for that last wave. So that puts him in first place. Pierre Lewis in second place with a 7.45. And Mike Stewart with a 0.75 and a 6.7. Mike only needs a 0.76 to get back into second. So.
Well, there we go, folks. We are currently watching heat number 5, round number 3 of the Turbo Zicatela Pro. Thank you very much to our other sponsors, including Inverted. Big cheers to Johnny, the boys from Reflex. We've got Red Bull here on the beach. They're just, stitching everyone up with their cool little drink. Thanks to Coastal Playground, sportingbet.com.au. Why don't you throw on a couple of bucks? You can do that in Spain, Brazil, Australia, and New Zealand, and Colorado Surf. But here's Mike Stewart. Now getting a little backdoor barrel on that one, and it looks like he's going to get shut down on that one, Tanner.
Yeah, I don't think... Might have made it, but just that end section just closed out on him.
Well, he's in third place. He only needed a 0.76, and, mate, he may have got that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a 2 or something, but that's probably going to be enough to elevate Stewart. In fact, it was a 1.38, so as predicted, he does go up into second. PLC down into third place now, also just chasing a less than a 1 point ride. Very close, eh?
They just need to each catch one more wave, and it'll make it a little closer, but...
Well, that's the current leaderboard, folks. 18 minutes remaining. As we said earlier, you are watching the Turbo Zicatela Pro coming to you live from Puerto Escondido in Mexico. This is IBA GSS World Men's Tour event number 6. And
Pierre
Zicatela just lighting up. And he's going to hang on to that. That is a very good ride there from PLC, the current world champion.
Yeah, it was a good barrel, and then I'm not sure how he did that flip. That was pretty amazing how he managed to flip on that. But
well, we're going to check the replay, and Tony, you can see him just getting a bit of speed on entry. Real nice line into the barrel. Just a quick little cover-up, and there it is. He's just the king of those things, isn't he?
For sure. It's his winning move.
That's his trademark move. Yeah, that's for sure. Also, that was a wave that was happening as we speak as well. And different angle of the same wave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great stuff there from the webcast team, just mixing it up. And, taking a bit of a look. There's the beach scene down here, folks. The spectators are just loving it. Lapping up every minute of the action. You can see people have got their cameras out. They're just hanging around under the umbrellas and trying to get out of the heat. It's already starting to heat up here in Mexico. Coming up next, Jared Houston, Alex Arunga, and Sergio Lewis are going to be going for it. That's going to be a pretty good heat.
Yeah, that'd be good heat. That's 2 Brazilians versus a South African, correct?
Yeah, it's actually
no.
Alex Arunga is a Basque.
Yes.
That's a little region in Spain.
Yeah, but don't say it's from Spain.
No, because he'll get very upset.
Yes.
No, they like to be independent.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And in fact, the current world women's champion, Yunata Gear, is from the Basque country as well. They've always had really good bodyboarders coming from that part of the world.
For sure, must have amazing waves.
They got some pretty fun waves down around, Mondaka and also Sokolana, as we see this thing for green.
Oh, that's going to be a good one if he can stay in it.
Well, you can just see him kind of skipping along the face there and maybe lost a bit of valuable momentum. That one kind of shut down anyway. I mean, it's such an awesome wave here at Zicatela, but, the reality of it, Tanner, is that it's almost a slow closeout, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like...
There's a very high percentage of closeouts, and I guess what you need to do is positioning on takeoff is really paramount. You've got to be right in the honey jar on takeoff, and you've also got to have a real lot of speed on entry.
Oh, yeah. And this certain swell direction is very walled, like the wave. I guess that when it's a different swell direction, I don't know what that is, but it gets more peaky, and it's just little peaks that just come in and barrel and ramp.
Yeah.
So.
When it comes from the south, and that's what the new swell is coming at the moment, it does tend to have some really nice tapered edges on it. That one there that's closing out. Coming down to, what are we up to? About 15 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
Pierre-Louis Costes in the lead with a 7.45 and a 6.53. We've got Nobi sitting in second. He needs about a 7.5 point ride to take the lead. And Mike Stewart down into third, only needing a 3.93 for the rider in the black jersey from Hawaii. So going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out, folks. Mike Stewart looking for a good result. Started the year really well, Mike, didn't he? I honestly thought that he would be challenging for the world title again this year.
Yeah, he got second at Pipe, and then in Arica he made the semis. So that's 2 good results, but he's going to need more than that.
Yeah, that's right. He was very unlucky in Brazil at Itacoatiara where he had a bit of an incident there where it sort of almost bundled him out of the contest.
Yeah, I remember that.
And since then, it kind of changed the direction of his year a little. It's a shame, but, you know, it's so cool to have Mike involved with the World Tour still. And I can't imagine an IBA World Tour or a bodyboarding World Tour without Mike Stewart.
Yeah, he's just
it's not going to be
bodyboarding.
as good.
Yeah, like bodyboarding is just Mike Stewart.
It is.
And they're the same.
Yeah, it's kind of like surfing and Kelly Slater.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same
They're
sort of thing.
like the
they
same.
go together like a pie and sauce.
Yeah.
All right, well, someone's going to enforce their priority here, and it is Pierre-Louis Costes. Oh, my goodness. Have a look at that from the current world champion. Oh, tenor.
Clean roll out of a sig barrel. That's going to be a nice score.
Wait for it. He hasn't finished with it, folks, and a nice little roll off the end section. So Pierre-Louis Costes.
Yeah, that'll most likely improve on his second score of a 6.53, and that'll make it a little bit harder for Michael Novi to get into that first place spot, but anything's possible for these guys, I guess.
Take us through the replay on this one, Tanner.
Okay, so PLC dropping in pretty late, getting nice cover up, coming through, getting spit out right into a roll, lands that cleanly, and then trying to find another one, does another roll. That'll be a good score for sure.
Yeah, that is awesome stuff. And great comments there too from 13-year-old Tony McDaniel from Kauai. He's just hanging out in the booth with myself, Terry McKenna, while Alex Leon, our main commentator, takes a well-earned break. Looks like a different angle of this one. You can see this one's looking more down into the throat of it, and that is just a really beautiful wave.
That's just textbook Zicatela right there.
That is an 8.38 according to the judges, Tanner. And, you know, it looks like Pierre-Louis Costes has turned this into a one-horse race. He's way out in front now. Novi almost needing a perfect score. So it's a battle for second between Novi and Mike.
For sure. Yeah, they both need Michael Novi needs to improve on a 4.13, and Mike needs to improve on a 1.38. So they both need to get 2 more scores, but I think they both can bump that up. So, replay of Mike Stewart.
Wow.
Deep in the barrel.
This was a wave during the replay that Mike Stewart took, and oh my goodness, is he going to come out of that? He does.
He comes out and does a roll.
The king of riding the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was a 7.5. That pushes Novi down into third place. Michael Novi now needing a 7.7.
Yeah.
This is a real battle happening at the moment, folks. Don't forget, coming up next, South African fans, stay tuned. We've got Jared Houston taking on Alex Uranga from the Basque Country and Sergio Lewis from Brazil. Then it's going to be Jeff Hubbard, Dallas Singer, Johan Florentine. How's that for a heat?
That's a good heat.
That's crazy.
I've been surfing with Jeff this whole time, and there he is right there preparing for his heat. And Jeff's just been ripping, and I've seen some huge air reverses and backflips by Dallas these last couple days. And even Johan, Yeah,
Johan Florentine has been incredible. And speaking of incredible, look at that wave, folks. Zicatela lighting it up. Michael Novi, this is the response. He's going to have to do something big. There it is.
That was a good wave. That's going to be close. I'm not...
And that double up just sort of caught up with him at the end
caught
there
up
and
with
just
him.
kind of pound him. It's such a heavy wave. You've been surfing this joint, mate. Tell us about it. It's just, you know, it really gives you a good flogging, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even like the smaller 2 to 3 foot days, they'll just beat you down and break your leash and take off your fins if you don't have tethers.
Well, it was a very nice barrel and a nice little move off the end. The judges will have to compare this to Mike Stewart's 7.5.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's going to be close.
It's going to be interesting because I figure that Mike had a little bit more tube time.
Yeah, but
Mike got a roll at the end. Novi got a more technical sort of move with the invert. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they score this one.
So Michael Novi's wave looked a little bit bigger, so that might have offered more scoring potential for that.
The other thing that it had going for it was that it was a right coming back into the judges. It
Yeah.
always looks a bit better when,
Yeah.
whereas Mike's was a left down the beach and
Yeah.
it was kind of surfing away from the judges.
I'm just waiting for the score. Just under 10 minutes remaining, so.
Well, as we said,
And it was not enough. It was a
7.25, so he needed a 7.77. What he has done, though, Tanner, is reduce the equation to 6.96.
Yeah, so
Novi now chasing.
Just needs a smaller score.
Yeah, something
So-
a little even under what he just got would get him up in the second spot. But Stewart is one up on the priority ladder. But it's
Yeah.
just getting the Red Singer current world champions into it.
Oh, he's just having fun out there right now. Sick barrel on the left. He's probably going to do a flip somehow now. And there you go, PLC 2011 world champion. Just riding that wave pretty much perfectly.
Yeah. He makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, on the beach it looks like it's so easy to ride, and then when you get out there it's like
It's really hard to pick the waves too, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
I've been watching in the free surfs. Here's a replay of PLC. So this one just stood right up on the bank. Quite often you drop into these waves and you have not got much time to set it up. That one there just really opened up for PLC. It did get a lot of froth on the face. And you can see here, he didn't have much to work with. But he just throws it up and over and eventually rides out of the suds for what will be another good score for the current world champion, Pierre-Louis Costes from France. That's the profile there, folks. 22 years of age. Currently sitting in second spot after taking out the Sintra Portugal Pro.
Yeah.
And
Just doing flips
PLC
on nothing in that contest.
Yeah, well, he's in a good little race here with Dave Winchester, who
Yeah.
also got through one of the early heats.
Yeah. Yeah. Winnie was ripping in his heat, and Pierre's ripping right now, and they're the first and second place on the world title, so it's going to be a tough race if they ever come face to face in a
Yeah, that is going to be good in a man-on-man
Yeah,
situation.
that'd be
It'd pretty
epic.
cool. Well, we talked about PLC's trademark move. What about your one, mate? The little angry dragon that you pulled out a while ago, and then more recently the backflip to roll, the tick roll, as you call it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You come from a bit of a gymnastic background, is that right?
Yeah, I've been doing gymnastics for probably like 4 years now, before I even had started bodyboarding. So when I started getting into bodyboarding, I realized that gymnastics would help a lot. So I just continued doing that, and it just has helped me improve faster probably.
Do you have a trampoline at the McDaniel household?
I do. That's where I came up with the idea for a tick roll. I was playing on my trampoline, so
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
guess ideas come out of anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. No, keep thinking, mate, because it's like I said, you are representing the next generation of bodyboarders, along with Davis Blackwell from Australia, who, by the way, surfs for Turbo and both Turbo and Invert, two of the sponsors here. Miguel Adu from Portugal, Maxime Castillo from France, and Mateus Bastos from Brazil. These are all the new generation guys coming through, and it's super cool to have the boy wonder, Tanner McDaniel, 13 years of age from Hawaii, sitting with me. Well, speaking of whiz kids, there's our IBA ace lensman, Sasha Specker. And this guy's just good at everything.
Yeah,
Current world champion, drop knee.
For drop knee, and he just rips prone. He's made a couple main events in the GSS Tour and won. Did he win any GQS events?
I don't believe so, but he's been right up there, and he's so
For sure.
consistent. You know, incredible photographer. He's a good bloke. He's just one of those people that are really good at everything.
Yeah, he's just the best at everything.
I know. I used to hate those people at school.
Yeah.
Well, that's the situation at the moment, folks. It's Michael Novi on the back foot. Novi chasing a 6.96. You can see him in the green singlet. Mike Stewart, legendary icon of bodyboarding, sitting in second spot, netting an 8.34 to take the lead from informed Pierre-Louis Costes. What did you get for that last wave, Tanner? Can you read that?
Looks like a 6.73. That's a pretty good score. It's
But it didn't fall into the top two, right? He's holding on to an 8.38 and a 7.45. So that last wave we saw for Pierre didn't fall into the top two. Look, quite often I reckon when a wave has got a lot of whitewash on it like that, it detracts from the look of it.
Yeah, so those
maybe
judges probably just downgrade that a little bit.
That's right, and he got a little caught up in the suds at the end. You know, when you do those moves, you've got to come out real cleanly and very quickly.
Yeah, you just gotta get it done and get out, pretty much.
That's right. Well, we've had plenty of big swells over the waiting period down here in Zicatela, and Tony McDaniel, 13 years of age, mate. What's the biggest day you've been out here in Zicatela?
Probably the day of my heat or the day after. It was solid, like 8 foot, 8 foot, occasional 9 foot. I saw
Wow.
one time. It's just
Freaky?
yeah, it was pretty sketchy.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, man. But there's one of the local guys. This guy sells the hammocks.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were.
No, they're super cool hammocks. And you know
Yeah.
what? If my bag already wasn't full of souvenirs from traveling around the
Yeah.
world, I'll be taking one of those things home. But
For sure.
we got a lot of beach sellers like that, and they're all cool people, really nice. And, you know, they just trudge up and down the beach trying to make a living and
Yeah.
selling their little wares. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty good life living down here in Mexico. Just,
Such a beautiful place.
oh, yeah.
I go to Bali a lot. I've been to Bali about 17 times since I was a growman. I think I went when I was 15 on my first trip. But I must admit that after coming back here and experiencing some of the waves, I've been sneaking down to La Punta in the afternoons, getting a few waves. And I just love this place. It's so cool. It's such a cool little tourist town. Really cheap spot to have a holiday.
Yeah.
Everyone, all the locals are really cool. It's a very safe place. The area after the hurricane's all been cleaned up. In fact, it's probably better than it ever was now.
Yeah.
They fixed everything up. And, you know, if you're thinking about a surf holiday, folks, let me tell you, there's no better destination than Puerto Escondido. If you've never been here and you're a surfer or a bodyboarder, then you need to put that on your list.
Yeah, it's the best place. Just amazing waves. The people are so nice. Just everyone, you'd be walking down the beach or on the side of the road, and everyone would just be hola, and just give you a big smile.
How are
at
you
your
going
ear.
with the Spanish?
Poquito,
Porquito?
sí.
Classic.
No
Well,
bueno though.
No. Okay, well, we just saw Michael Novi in the green singlet. Michael just opting out of that one, chasing a 6.96, but time is the enemy troops. 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
And coming up next, Jared Houston, Alex Arango, Sergio Lewis. They'll be followed by Jeff Hubb and Dallas Singer and Johan Florentine. And we will finish off the round with Mitch Rawlins, Magno Passos, and Liam O'Toole. So lots of action coming your way here at the Turbo
stacked heats
Zicatela
everywhere.
Pro. Well, we must acknowledge our media partners. Thank you very much to YouTube, iNet, and Like Bodyboard, of course, the Brazilian brand. Been very supportive with the whole thing. And don't forget, it's the Zicatela Pro, presented by Sporting Bet. And, you know, if you feel a bit of an inkling, you can go and throw down a couple of bucks at sportingbet.com.au. Put some money down on your favourite bodyboarder, and it brings a new dimension to, you know, watching the contest. So, look, while there's a break in the action, we're going to pay some bills and be back on the other side of this break here at the Turbo Zicatela Pro.
Me gusta, evidentemente me gusta mucho bailar.
I don't know why, but we're special. That's why we're here. I'm special, all right?
Well, thank you very much to Techno Marine, one of our supporting sponsors here at the 2012 Turbo Zicatela Pro, proudly presented by the guys at Sporting Bet. And we're back to live action now. And how much time we got remaining, Tanner?
Looks just over a minute 15 seconds right now. Time is running out for Michael Novi. He's got to get a 6.96 soon, or he's gonna. Yeah.
Well, 6.96. You could just hear the beach announcer there, Edwin Morales. Have you met Edwin before?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, man. Edwin's an awesome bodyboarder, and he's also does all the, he drives all the skis and stuff for all the big wave towing guys around here.
Sick.
Yeah, he's the super hooked up local guy. Well, less than 1 minute remaining. Michael Novi is on the hunt for a 6.96. You know, can he find that score? That's the question. On screen at the moment, Mike Stewart has got 1 foot into the next round, and all that stands between him and that is about 30 seconds. So let's see if let's see what can happen here, folks. It's going to be very exciting. A little nail-biting finish to this one.
For sure. Looks like there's some swell lines coming in, so let's see. Michael Novi is definitely capable of it, but
yeah, well,
I'm not sure who has priority, so that might affect the.
Well, you can see Mike. He's not going to relax until they get to the countdown.
For sure.
There's only about 10 seconds remaining. Stewart now makes a move. We're into the final 10 seconds, and it does appear that Mike might take this wave. It's going to be after the hooter, though, folks. There it is. Oh,
Michael Novi.
hold on. No
Yeah,
way. That was Novi right before the hooter, but he got shut down.
Yeah, if he had made that or done a roll out, that might have been a bit of a nail biter, but